Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny. And if you're here, you are a Lightwalker and this is Lightwalker Healing. And I will make a video on what exactly that means at another time. But today what I wanted to do was share with you guys a little discussion on synchronicity, right? Now, a viewer had watched one of my videos where I used this Oracle deck, the Synchronicity Oracle Deck, right? So I thought, let's talk a little bit about synchronicities. I'll share the link where you can get these cards, but in the description below. But for today, I thought, let's use the cards. This is very meta, right? Let's use the cards and ask them what it is that Spirit wants us to know about synchronicities. When things seem to line up and work out for you, when things seem like a coincidence or a God nod, or like, wow, that was weird, like that happened and that happened, right? Synchronicities do seem like magic. And I love all things that have to do with like feeling light and amazing, amazement. Synchronicity just does that. So there's one. Let's get another one. What can you tell us about synchronicity? Okay. So here's the two cards. And what do they have in common? Oh, I think I see. No. Takes a minute. Oh, look at this. The tree of life. The tree of life. That's what they both have on them. Okay. So we'll go to the tree of life. In the little book, it explains, this is why I love this deck so much, because it gives you a little glossary and you can find in the quick guide, tree of life, tree of life. Doesn't seem so quick when you're sitting here live, right? Okay, here we go, page 44. All right. What is it you want to tell us about synchronicities? So the key words are transcendence, divine knowledge, growth, spiritual wisdom, and concealment. Interesting. So the 10 nodes in the Kabbalah tree of life have 22 connecting lines corresponding to the number of letters in the Hebrew alphabet. Kabbalists believe the tree of life is a map of how the universe came into being and the underlying nature of reality. The idea of a tree of life with different spheres of reality date back to the 9th century Syria. And there is a link between the tree of life. I'm sorry, I just got lost. And there is a link between the tree of life and the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden. The tree of life may also symbolize the need for spiritual roots, growth, and wisdom. Trees magically pull mass out of the air as they grow thanks to the carbon they acquire from the carbon dioxide they take in before releasing back oxygen. So reflection, right? Often spirituality is in an area of our lives we think we don't have time for. What is your spiritual compass? And do you want to learn more and increase your spiritual intelligence? So that's so interesting, because I think when we're talking about synchronicity, it is something about spiritual intelligence, right? Here's the meditation. Imagine yourself sitting down under a tree like Buddha did and meditating for a prolonged duration. As you breathe in, visualize yourself taking in the oxygen the tree is releasing. And as you exhale carbon dioxide, imagine the tree soaking it up before returning refreshing oxygen to you. In essence, you and the tree complement each other, each breathing life into the other. And I kind of see how that's like coincidences, synchronicities are happening in tandem. It is kind of like this yin and yang thing, right? Something happens and something happens and they kind of line up or complement one another. Things start to work out synchronistically. Cool. All right, well, you see why I love this. Now I'm going to also just go to my regular deck and see if there's any additional messages on synchronicity. Like what can we do to have more synchronicity in our life, right? What can we do to bring in more synchronicities? What can we do to bring in more synchronicities? Aren't they fun when something lines up like that and you're like, oh my gosh, and it was magic, this happened, and then this happened at the same time or in the same way, or something about it's kind of relevant. And what can we do to have more of those moments, more synchronistic moments? I know that for me, I always feel more on track when things show up like that, right? I feel like, oh, I'm on the right path then. Like they're little signs from the universe. What is it you'd like to tell us? Like a message about what do we have to do so that more things come into our life in a synchronistic manner? You know, the Greek roots, like sin means together and chron means time. So it's like at the same time. Okay. This kind of fell apart. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna shuffle. How can we get more synchronicities in our life? How can we get more synchronicity? How can we experience more synchronicity? You know, that synchronicity deck is kind of saying, if you can start to see yourself as a part of the whole, right? Things are the tree and you and the breathing in and out. You're a part of the whole. Things kind of line up. What can we do to create more synchronicity in our world? Okay. So we are looking for the knight in shining armor to come in and be the message, right? The magic to come in and save the day. Synchronicity, tell me what, right? We're looking for something synchronistic, like a knight in shining armor. The challenge is, we're challenged with maybe meditating on this. This is kind of like taking a time out. Maybe the challenge is being still enough to notice them. So what's kind of in the air about this, right? This is your inheritance. It's your birthright. It's your birthright to have synchronistic moments because you're a soul here on planet Earth. And at the base of the matter, right? I think when you're in situations where you're taking a leap of faith, you're going to find more synchronicity. I think if you're sitting around doing nothing, that's synchronistic moments don't appear. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So I do think when you're taking more leaps of faith, that's a time when, you know I said the challenge is being still to notice them, but it's like being mindful. You can still be busy in your life and mindful to notice what's going on around you, especially if you're being spontaneous and taking leaps of faith. In the past, this card is about planning. And I do think if you were trying to plan everything out all the time, you may miss the synchronicities. In the near future, we have wishes coming true. So yeah, that's exciting. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So this is all right. So here you are having the High Priestess is about wisdom, synchronicity. This is the base of the whole matter, right? It's the synchronicity and this yin and yang going back and forth, seeing yourself in your world as an active participant with faith that things work out for me. And there's a give and take to life, right? There's a give and take, there's a flow. Okay. So here you are getting victories, breakthroughs, right? Fabulous things with your Ace of Swords. And it's, I think when you're feeling victorious and you're feeling in your flow state, right? You get something comes in like this steady Eddie little pentacle comes in, but something comes in and kind of makes you feel like, yes, kind of gives you that breakthrough or that validation, right? So what other people see is when you are calm, compassionate, and trying to keep expanding your horizons, right? That your cup overfloweth. You keep having things happen for you. And ultimately, I think this is so interesting. Wow. Look at this. The end result here is heartbreak and discontent, right? Which it could be in those moments. I know sometimes, I mean, like this card says, like, is this all there is? Is that like all there is? So in the beginning, right, we were looking for something to be given to us. A knight in shining armor to come and save the day and give us something. And here we're like looking for something to give us this, give me my sign. And here I think that we may discount when something is actually a synchronistic opportunity or something is lining up for you. You may totally discount it as, not important or not the opportunity that it actually is. So I guess what I'm suggesting is that we just spend maybe this week trying to be more still and look for things that are opportunities maybe in disguise. Because synchronicity, I don't think has to be loud and in your face. So often soul and spirit is quiet and persistent and just always there for you. But if you're so busy and you're ignoring all of life and what it has to offer you, you could be missing out on synchronistic experiences. So interesting. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I always enjoy doing this. So I will leave the link though, if you want to buy those synchronicity cards. I'll try to see if I can get like a affiliate link or something. But otherwise, try to just keep your eyes open, your mind open, and I'd love to hear in the comments when you've had synchronicity happen for you. Okay. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.